In the sun-scorched lands of North Africa, under the dominion of the Roman Empire in the 4th century, Monica was born around 331 AD in the bustling town of Thagast, now Souk Ahras in modern Algeria. The air was thick with the scent of olive groves and the dust of ancient roads, where merchants haggled in Punic and Latin, and the cries of goats mingled with the chants of early Christian gatherings. Monica's family, though not of noble rank, were respectable Berber Christians clinging to their newfound faith amidst a sea of pagan traditions and Roman authority. Her father, a man of quiet piety, tilled the land with calloused hands, while her mother, stern yet devout, instilled in her the virtues of prayer and endurance, often whispering, "Child, the world is heavy, but God is heavier. Lean on him." Monica grew up in a modest home of rough stone, where the flicker of oil lamps cast shadows on walls adorned with simple crosses. Her early years were marked by the rhythm of rural life, fetching water from the communal well, weaving coarse wool with her sisters, and listening to tales of martyrs whose blood had sanctified the soil of Carthage. Yet, beneath her obedient exterior simmered a longing for something greater, a whisper of purpose she could not yet name. Her parents, noticing her contemplative nature, often spoke of her future with a mix of hope and concern. "Monica, you've a heart too big for this small town," her father once said, his weathered face softening as they sat beneath a gnarled fig tree. But beware, such a heart draws both light and shadow. The pivotal moment came at the tender age of 16, when a severe drought struck Thagast, parching the land and testing the faith of even the most steadfast. As crops withered and hunger gnawed at the village, Monica witnessed her community fracture. Some turned to old idols for salvation, while others, including her own brother, cursed the heavens. In the midst of this despair, Monica knelt in the dusty church, her voice trembling as she prayed for rain, for unity, for strength. Days later, when the skies finally broke with a deluge, she felt a profound certainty. Her life was not her own, but bound to a higher calling. This moment of crisis and answered prayer forged in her an unyielding resolve to serve, to mend broken spirits, and to seek God's will above all else. The drought had not only saved her village, but had planted in her soul a seed of purpose that would guide her through the trials and transformations yet to come. In the wake of her son Augustine's profound conversion in 387 AD, St. Monica's heart swelled with a joy she had scarcely dared to imagine during her years of ceaseless prayer. The dusty roads of Milan, where she had followed Augustine in his restless search for truth, now seemed bathed in a golden light of divine promise. She stood beside him in the cool shadow of the basilica, her weathered hands trembling as Bishop Ambrose baptized her son beneath the vaulted ceiling, the murmur of Latin prayers echoing off the ancient stone walls. "My Lord, what more could I ask?" she whispered to herself, tears tracing the lines of her weathered face. "My child has found you." Augustine, his dark eyes alight with newfound zeal, turned to her after the rite. "Mother, your tears have been my salvation. I was lost in the philosophies of men, but your faith anchored me to God." Monica smiled, her voice soft but firm. "It was not my strength, my son, but the grace of the Almighty. Never forget to whom you owe this transformation." The months that followed were a time of deep communion between mother and son as they retreated to a quiet villa in Cassicciacum, nestled among the rolling hills of northern Italy. Here, surrounded by olive groves and the distant hum of cicadas, Monica shared her simple yet profound wisdom with Augustine and his companions, often sitting beneath a fig tree as they debated theology and the mysteries of the soul. Her words, though unadorned by the rhetoric of scholars, carried the weight of a life forged in perseverance and prayer. She became a quiet pillar in their small community, her presence a reminder of the power of steadfast love. Yet Monica's earthly journey was nearing its end. As they prepared to return to Africa, she fell ill in the port city of Ostia, her strength waning under the weight of years and toil. Lying on a humble cot in a rented room, the salty tang of the sea mingling with the incense of prayer, she spoke her final wish to Augustine. "Lay this body anywhere, but remember to pray for me at the altar of God." Her passing in 387 AD marked not an end, but the beginning of a mission that would ripple through time. her example of relentless intercession inspiring countless souls to seek God through the quiet power of a mother's faith. In her hometown of Thagast, and later across the Christian world, her name would become synonymous with hope for the wayward, her story a beacon for those who pray without ceasing. As Saint Monica advanced into her later years, her once vibrant frame grew frail, though her spirit remained an unyielding beacon of faith. Having witnessed the conversion of her son, Augustine, to Christianity in 387 AD, Monica's heart was at peace, her lifelong prayers answered. She settled in Ostia, near Rome, with Augustine, preparing to return to her native North Africa. It was there, in a humble rented house by the Tiber River, that her earthly journey neared its end. One autumn evening in 387 AD, as the golden light filtered through the window, Monica sat with Augustine, her voice soft but resolute. "My son," she whispered, "I have no further delight in this life. My prayers are fulfilled in seeing you a servant of God. Bury my body wherever you will. Only remember me at the altar of the Lord." Days later, at the age of 56, Monica succumbed to a fever, her passing serene, surrounded by her son and loved ones. Augustine, though grief-stricken, recorded her final words in his Confessions, ensuring her wisdom would echo through time. Her body was laid to rest in Ostia, in the church of San Aurea, though her relics were later moved to Rome, to the Basilica of Sant'Agostino, where pilgrims still venerate her. Centuries later, on August 27th, the feast day of Saint Monica, her legacy endures as a symbol of perseverance and maternal love. In a small Italian village near Rome, the community gathers annually to honor her memory. The cobblestone streets are adorned with white lilies and flickering candles, symbols of purity and prayer. At the village church, a statue of Monica, draped in blue and gold, stands at the altar. Families, many with wayward children of their own, join in a solemn mass, their whispered prayers echoing Monica's own for patience and hope. Afterward, a procession winds through the village, children carrying banners with her image, while elders recount tales of her unyielding faith. In a quiet corner, Maria, a young mother, kneels at a shrine, murmuring, "Saint Monica, guide my son as you did Augustine." The air hums with reverence, a testament to Monica's enduring influence as the patroness of mothers and the broken-hearted. Her intercession sought across generations. Her story a timeless reminder that love and prayer can transform even the hardest of hearts. Prayer to Saint Monica. O holy Saint Monica, faithful mother and exemplar of unwavering faith, we turn to thee on thy feast day, August 27th, seeking thy powerful intercession. Thy life was marked by steadfast devotion and boundless courage as thou prayed tirelessly for the conversion of thy son, Saint Augustine, trusting in God's mercy despite years of heartache. Thy tears and perseverance bore fruit in his salvation, inspiring us to never lose hope. We beseech thee, dear Saint Monica, to intercede for us before the throne of God, that we may be granted the grace to endure trials with patience and to pray fervently for those we love. Guide us to imitate thy virtues, so we may grow in faith and charity. Help us to trust in God's timing and to remain steadfast in prayer. Amen. If you liked this content, please like and subscribe for more alerts.